Hello. I don't know how to start this. I don't know where to begin with. I don't know. I'm sorry for my English. It can be crooked at times, but I will try to speak fluently. This channel, all of this, it's for my own, like my heart was like, my soul, let's say, was like, you need to do it. You need to do it. You need to talk about it. And let's see what happens. And I don't want anything out of it. We'll see. I'm just here to spread the message. And this is for everyone. People believing, people not believing, people from different religions, people from different backgrounds, people that are gay, people that are not gay. Everyone. Because he loved everyone. No exceptions. And I want to share my journey with him. I'm talking about Jesus. I don't want to talk about specific religion because I don't follow religion. I follow Christ. Why? Well, why I follow Christ, not religion and Christ? Well, in today's world, the religion changed the meaning. It's not what it used to be. Now it's just about money and wealth and, being above everyone. That's my experience with church. So, and I don't feel drawn to it, I don't I don't feel the need to go to the church. So yeah, this first episode will be about just, let's say, getting to know each other and me getting comfortable with talking to myself and you, apparently. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, and if it doesn't get any views, great. if it does, great. But I got the feeling that I need to do it. I need to do it and I need to talk about it. So here I am. Let's start with my childhood, I would say. It was very chaotic and emotional and very angry, and I don't remember anything. What I mean is, I have the earliest memories from the kindergarten. No, that's my native, let's say, accent right there. Kindergarten. If you guess from which country I am, I will send you one of my paintings. my earliest memory is from when I was 5.5, and that's because my household was very abusive and very maybe not neglecting, but abusive emotionally, physically a bit too, but emotionally especially. So I don't remember, and I'm the youngest. I always was sensing things, I always get the chills, and I saw things nobody else saw. And I was that weird, quiet kid. I was very shy. I mean, as a kid, I was everywhere because I felt free. And then I don't know what happened, but something happened, and I became very, very shy and very no, don't talk to me. I want peace. And I was the favorite kid, let's say, the baby of the family. Even when I was 14, I was like, oh, my little kid, oh yeah, oh my god. And that pissed off my other siblings. So, and what I mean by sensing things, I often heard voices in my ear, and I don't mean like imagination. I know what imagination is, that's a different thing. But hearing somebody breathing into my ear, hearing my name, and hearing footsteps while falling asleep with my mom in my bed because I was scared. I was sleeping with my parents till I was 12. I was scared, very scared, because every night I heard footsteps in my room, circling around, and I froze in fear. And that's what's feeding the demons, the fear. I was going I wanted to say that as the youngest one, I was going to church with my parents. And then as I grew up, me and my siblings. So I wanted to say that as I grew up, me and my siblings, when my oldest sister got her driving license, we would sneak out. I mean, we would say we are going to church, but we just go drive around town for an hour and then come back. But anyway, at some point I thought I can move wind, and it was very strange. I was drawn to not the Christ. I was mad at Christ when I was young. I mean, I am still young, but as a teenager, I was mad. How can you give a sin while I'm a baby? What? Who does that? And why should I follow you? Why? Because your son sacrificed himself. I didn't ask for it. That was my attitude at the time. I was very mad and sad inside, and I was drawn to magic, of course. I mean, I was like curious, very, very curious about why witches exist, why some countries have a lot of gods, why herbs help. I mean, herbs, of course, in medical sense help, but why, like, burning sage is cleansing and wearing tourmaline is protective and blah blah blah. Like, why people believe it, you know? I was told about Christ all my life, you know. At some point I got bored and I'm like, hey, yeah, of course, yeah, okay, right, cool. And something in the occult drew my attention, and after let's imagine a timeline here, right? And from 1 till let's say 11, I was going to church. Then I was skipping church. Then high school, I didn't care. I was at the religion lessons, because my family is Christian or Catholic. I don't know. I know there's a difference, but I don't care. So spare me. Like, okay, I don't want to be rude, but that's not the point. And then after high school, I got to university, and I studied for like a year and a half. I was very depressed. Oh my god, that was just, I think, if not the rock bottom, it was very close to it. Very, very close. I was very depressed and just drained emotionally. I didn't follow Christ, I didn't pray. Maybe from time to time I was like, oh God, help me, oh God. But it was because I was just hopeless and I didn't know what to do, so I just prayed to God. I prayed. Now I wouldn't consider it praying. It was more like I have nobody to talk to. And all my life I was told He helps, so I don't have nothing to lose, so I might just try, you know. And then after university, I went abroad to Netherlands for 2 years. Oh my god. Sorry, but that chapter is just insane. I will talk about it more, but now I will just briefly talk what happened a bit in my life and what background I have. And when I was there, they had many shops, with, incense and crystals and tarot cards, tarot reading, and all this magical jazz. I was intrigued, and finally, first time in my life, I was like, oh my god, nobody's gonna tell me what to do. I'm far away, no one is talking to me, no one cares. Great, I have my own, like, here is where my story begins. That's what I thought. And I was very drawn to those shops. So the first thing I did to let's say find out what those things are all about, I bought 3 books from Amazon in English about hedge witch, which is basically a witch that, maybe I'm saying it wrong, but that's what I got from the book. The interpretation that is the witch that mix traditional magic with new things and comes up with her own spells and rituals and shit. So I like that. I was like, wow. And while I was reading it, it was a book about a witch, and then it was like bunch of letters for letters written to two people, and it was just like, a collection of letters from her, and they were very interesting, I must say. Like learning about this stuff and reading about it, how it works, it's very interesting. But it got dark very quickly. I thought I was like, I didn't believe in any deities. I mean, the goddess or gods, and I didn't believe it. To me, it made sense that there's energy, because there is. Like physics, duh. There's energy that can be manipulated and can influence things. So if by using some crystals or things I could manipulate things or move things or see things or, I don't know, experience things, I was like, that sounds scary, first of all, but interesting. It wasn't like, oh, you have to pray, you have to kneel, you have to do this and this to achieve some kind of level of, I don't know, being the chosen one or whatever. It was like, no. Here it is how chakras work. Chakras. They are like points in your energetic points in your body. And I was very, very into it. I almost opened up my third eye. Thank God I didn't. Because it would be like signing my name. Signing my name away. And my life and my soul. And I get very intrigued by those things. And of course there was a lot of alcohol, smoking, but not weed, just smoking. And one time I was reading about and researching the not hallucinations, but how do you say, trance that can take you back in time, and you can see your past life and how you died and all those things. I was like, wow, that makes sense, because I feel like I am an old soul. Like, okay, well, I'm looking at this now and I'm like, girl, what? Okay. So I searched the YouTube video that I could never find again. I couldn't find it again, and it was very strange. Very strange. I even went to the YouTube history, and I was searching it like 1 month after I saw it, and it wasn't there. So I don't know what happened to that. And basically, I sat down on my chair, and the guy talking in the video was like, now you have to relax and close your eyes and picture a ball of light entering your head, entering your body through your head, and you will feel like warmth coming through your head. It worked. I felt like somebody was putting a hand on my head, and it got very warm. After that, and the guy was still talking. After that, I fell asleep in my chair, and when I woke up, like barely woke up, I was like half conscious, half asleep. I got up and I just passed out in my bed. And I remember, and I know this wasn't a dream, I got dragged out of my bed. I don't know by what, but I was dragged out of my bed. And when I realized I was dragged out, I picked myself. My body was like so heavy to pick up with my arms. Like I couldn't push myself from the ground up. I picked myself up and went asleep. And then I woke up, I was conscious, I was rested, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what? And okay, fine, I just got up and sat down in my chair, and from that time I felt presence behind me all the time. The craziest thing, while I sat down in my chair, I would turn around because I sensed the presence. I would turn around and say, what's up, what do you want? And it didn't speak to me audibly, in my mind I knew what he wanted, or this thing, and I got more and more into it, into the occult, witchcraft, and those things. So yeah, but this channel and the The monologue I will present here will be my journey. If you are struggling with anything, I'm right here. Literally, you don't have to know me to tell me your story. You know, I will have like an open email address where you can send your stories and we can share it in the end of each video, and we can talk about your problems and we can give each other advices and build an amazing community that supports each other. So my first listeners, if you have any troubles or something is on your mind, or you would like to share something because it's in your head and you cannot get the rest, say it or send it to me and I say it for you. I don't need your name, I don't need anything personal information, I don't need it, because that's not the point of this channel. Let's say the point of this channel is to talk about Christ and how we found him, and how different people can unite and love each other and support. You know, this is what I want. I don't want any racism, I don't want it. It's not the point. The point is to talk about Christ, problems, and solve the problems. That's all. I hoped. That's great. It's my English is just very bad, let's say. But that's it for the first episode. I won't show my face. No. I won't show anything of me. I will just talk. So you don't have to look and pay attention to the screen. You can just play it and listen. That's it for the first session. I hope you liked it, even though it was very chaotic and all over the place, but just give me a rest. It's my first episode, okay? I'm literally sitting in my bedroom on the ground and looking at my dogs, and I have a Bible in my hand this whole time. You know, because I was scrolling through TikTok today, and this Christian TikTok popped up, and it was like, you don't need my, let's say, bravery to change things, you just need my support, you can do it, and blah blah blah. And I was like, well, now it's a clear sign that I need to do this, you know. And I was like, okay, I will take my Bible in my hand and just talk, and it worked, which is kind of crazy because I'm introverted. I don't Okay, that's it for the first session. I hope you liked it. If you do, leave a comment, leave a like, and I will see you maybe next week. I need to figure out. Okay, never mind, I will figure it out. Bye.